Welcome to the Light Leaders Podcast, where I'll show you how to step into the light leader that you were born to be. If you're wanting to align with your soul purpose, activate your psychic abilities, and to create an impactful and abundant business, you're in the right place. My name is Athena Bailey, and I'm a trance channeler, a kinesiologist, and a business coach. And I'm here to remind you of the divinity you have within you, the soul purpose that guides you through life, and how through your business you can create the huge spiritual shift into 5D that we're all here for. In this podcast, you'll receive spiritual teachings for your business, manifestation techniques to quantum leap, channelings with energetic activations, and tried and tested business strategies specifically for spiritual entrepreneurs. If you're ready to kickstart your ascension and align with your higher self, let's get started. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's episode of Light Leaders. I'm so excited to share with you today's podcast episode that is actually a transmission from the Sirian Council of Light. You're going to hear me as I trance channel the Sirian Council of Light. They have come through to do energy work and healing with us today. So it's not only a trance channeling, it is actually energy work that will be done for you as well. In the session, what they come through and talk to us about are the grids that we are anchored into in this realm, specifically fear and scarcity grids. And in the healing work they do with us, they actually are unplugging us by healing the wound that attaches into the grids of fear, scarcity, I'm not enough, all those wounds that we have around that actually support us healing that, do the energy work on us to heal that, shift that, then unplug us from the grid and plug us into the new fifth dimensional grids of abundance, of joy, of love that are actually serving us. So they go into detail describing these grids, what they are, how they work, and then do these processes on us. It's actually a really beautiful transmission. I really hope you enjoy it, and I know you'll get so much out of it. Let's get into it. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Let's talk about trance channeling. Trance channeling, which is what I'm going to do today, it's a different kind of channeling to, hey, there's your guides, let me go and have a chat with them. That's the work that most channels do. That's the work that I will do when I'm channeling for someone. I don't trance channel for every client all the time. That would be incredibly draining. It takes a lot of physical work to be able to trance channel. Trance channel, think of Esther Hicks with Abraham, right? It's the consciousness that I am temporarily steps aside to allow a higher consciousness to come through and speak through me. So rather than a being speaking to me, like I can connect to my higher self right now, have a conversation, they're speaking to me. Or I can trance channel my higher self speaks through me. And that's what we're going to do today. And we've actually got the Sirian Council of Light who is joining us today. So these trance channeling sessions, they're so special. I love doing them because they're done specifically for you. They're not just for, just in general. These sessions, they're done specifically for you. So whoever is watching this now, right now as I'm live, or at any point in the future, this is for you. You are the person who needs to hear what is coming through tonight. That's the beautiful way it works. These guides come and go, great. It's this group of people who are attending and watching. This is most what they need to hear. Today, the Sirian Council of Light has come forward. So that's really exciting. I'm excited to bring them through, channel with them. There might be some activations. There might be some energy work. In the past, I have done in these sessions energy work. You can choose to be a part of that or not. You can just listen if you like. It's very, I don't know what's going to happen. Just surrendering to the beauty of spirit. Trance channeling, it is very powerful. It is the clearest, purest form of channeling because the ego becomes separated. Trance channeling, I try and sit down with my partner at least once a week and we trance channel about our life, about us, our growth, what we need. It's the clearest, purest way for you to actually get unfiltered information. It's very powerful. I actually teach it in Channeling Spirit Academy. There's no other course that teaches trance channeling, and it's very, very powerful. And you guys are going to get to experience it today. So how it is going to work is I'm going to take a minute, just close my eyes, go into my space,
begin to prepare. I'll take a minute, connect in, and then when I start speaking, it will be the Sirian Council of Light. The voice might change slightly. Some people can feel or see the energy, and we'll just go for as long as they want to go. Sometimes it'll be 20 minutes, might be 40 minutes. I don't know. That's the beauty of trance channeling. You never know. And it's really interesting because every time I used to do trance channeling sessions, they would always finish exactly on time, right? Because I'm not here, my eyes are closed, and yet somehow they would always finish on time. And actually there was one time that me and my partner, we ordered dinner and we were like, right, okay, we have enough time. There's like, food's going to be here in 45 minutes. Let's go ahead and do a channeling session. So I went into a trance state, started channeling, and then the beings we were channeling were like, we have to leave now. Thank you. Bye. We were like, oh, and then the doorbell rang and the food was here. And we were like, wow, okay, thank you. Right on time. So they have some grasp of time because they've always been on time and they know when it is, when they need to leave. And they also respect my body. So there have been times where I'm trance channeling for my partner and he's asking questions, which I love. But they have been like, okay, Athena is reaching her capacity. The channel needs to actually stop. We need to finish up now. Because again, it's very like, it's intense energy work, trance channeling. You know, it's not just, oh, let's have a conversation. It's I go into a trance state and I'm bringing all this energy through me. My nervous system is like, ooh, right? The whole time, which is an awesome experience for me, but I need to know how to handle that energy. And if I don't, I get energy burnout, which I actually did a post about today on Instagram because we have the Lionsgate portal on Monday. A lot of my clients, a lot of my students are experiencing energy burnout at the moment. Something to be aware of. I'm going to take a moment to connect to this beautiful group of light beings who want to come through, and then we will get started. Hello and greetings to each and every one of you. We thank you for coming forward today, attending and joining us in this coming together, in this work that we are co-creating and doing together. We are the Sirian Council of Light, and we have come forward today at this time to support you, the light workers on earth at this time, to step deeper into their true soul alignment and experience further disconnect from the matrix that exists on your earth. A deeper disconnection is needed at this time. There is a separation that is happening on the energetic levels, a separation between the lower realms, the lower energies, and the higher realms and the higher energies. And it is creating a strong energetic tension that light workers are experiencing at this time. It is creating an energetic tension that is palpable in the body. It is a physically unpleasant experience for most, as the body feels it is being pulled, as it feels and experiences this pulling apart, this disconnection between the lower levels and the higher levels coming in. We wish today to support you in the process of understanding how to disconnect yourself more from this matrix, how to let go of and release yourself from what is anchoring you and plugging you in to the lower realities on earth. And while we acknowledge and understand that all is love on your earth, there are experiences that do not serve you living in highest alignment with your soul. We wish for you to experience joy, love, and abundance. It is hard to do this when you are being kept in loops of fear and scarcity and plugged into the lower realms. It is important that you continue to disanchor, remove yourself, unplug yourself from these lower levels. At this time in humanity's evolution, those lower levels are shifting. They are being released. And so, as we come forward today, we would like to do this work with you. Today, we do not simply wish to share information or teachings with you. We wish to do energy work with you. We wish to disconnect you from these lower vibrational grids. If you take a moment to consider Earth and every other planet, as is Sirius, as is every planet, a series of energetic grids, layers upon layers of energetic grids operating at different frequencies. Whilst many of those frequencies coexist, the same way you can be walking around having an incredible experience of what you call life. You can be having an incredible time, an incredible day, moving through, feeling in love, feeling abundant, feeling joyful, feeling healthy. There can be someone who is coexisting with you in this reality, but is experiencing sadness, fear, scarcity, and is existing in the same reality, however, on a completely different energetic grid. There are many energetic grids that you have been plugged into. Some of these are supportive for your soul growth, and others are not supportive. It is important that you release the ones that are no longer supporting you. Our focus today with you is going to be unplugging from grids that are based in fear and that are based in scarcity. When you are plugged in and anchored into these grids, anytime there is an event or a person that feeds into that grid, you also receive energy. The same way when you are anchored into the positive grids around Earth, when there is love or beauty or abundance, you receive it as everyone else is plugged into it. You are co-creating with all humanity at this time on Earth, and many of you are plugged into the same grids that feed each other. It is up to you to choose what you are receiving from. And you do this consciously as you move through the day. Perhaps you choose not to anchor into fear and stress as you come across it, and you choose to consciously anchor your time, your energy, your thoughts in love. However, we need to go a step further and focus on where are you energetically plugged into. Often these plug-ins, or anchors in as we call them, come from emotional wounding. They can come from emotional wounds that haven't been healed, that are creating a connection into a grid that isn't serving you. For example, if as a child you were taught that love is conditional, and it is conditional upon how you look, you will be plugged, and that is a wound that exists in you. You will be plugged into a matrix grid, an earth grid around that fear, and it can be triggered. And as you feel it, it feeds it, and others feed into it, you receive that too. And so as we unplug, it's also moving and shifting through that original wound. Let's begin some of our healing processes, as there are a few that we would like to take you through today. We wish for humanity to continue to release fear and to move more into love, to continue to release more scarcity and move into abundance. Our wish for humanity is that you are living a life in joy, abundance, and love, and that all of you know how to co-create this in your reality for yourself and for everyone else. We would like to begin the de-anchoring, deplugging from these lower fear grids now. If you would like to receive this work done to you, simply letting us know energetically by signaling to us yes or no. If you have signaled to us yes, you will feel as our energy comes around you, and we etherically transport you into our Sirian healing chambers. These Sirian healing chambers work on you on a crystalline and cellular level to heal the parts of you that have what we lovingly call tears. Tears are what you would describe as emotional wounds, where a wound has occurred, there is a tear. And when we heal that tear, we can support you in unplugging from this fear grid. And that is what we shall begin with first. Removing and healing the wounds, the tears that connect you into the fear grid, and deplugging you. So we take this moment now, and we ask for you to close your eyes and simply allow yourself to receive as we bring our Sirian technology, Sirian healing technology to you. And you may experience feelings and emotions, sensations, as we begin to identify where these core wounds live in you, these tears live in you, and we heal them now. We will take a few minutes to do this work on you now. Closing and healing these tears on a cellular level, a crystalline level. When we close these wounds, when we repair these tears, you can now choose to consciously unplug yourself. And so we say to you now, bring your awareness into where you are rooted and connected into any fear grids. If you experience any fear or stress in your life, you are connected and anchored into one of these fear grids. Just intuitively bring your awareness to where you feel that, visualizing the grid itself. And I'd like you to see you literally just disconnecting from it, unplugging yourself from it, removing yourself from it. As we come in now to support you in clearing any ties and cores to this grid. Wonderful. Experience and feel yourself releasing that, and consciously choosing now to anchor yourself into grids of love, grids of joy, setting that intention for yourself now. Wonderful. We would like to move now to the next grid we wish to disconnect you from. That is the scarcity grid. In particular, I am not enough and I do not have enough. The condition that most humans experience in their lives in some form or another. And perhaps you can identify in your own life where you have experienced that or do experience that. It is a condition that most humans will face in their lifetimes. Yet, it is something that does not support your soul alignment. There are rules that aren't real, rules that dictate from this scarcity grid that tell you you are not enough because, and give you a rule that was created not by you, not by love, not by your soul, but by someone who's feeding into the grid. You do not need to exist by those rules. There are other rules. You cannot have more than a certain amount of money because, and then there is a rule that was not created by you. It was not created by love. It was not created by your soul, but it was created and added into this scarcity grid. We wish to now heal the tears, the core wounds around the enoughness, around the not having enough, the core memories and emotional situations that occurred that created a distortion that plugged you into the scarcity grid. And we ask that at this time you signal us yes or no, for us to do this healing on you. And if you signal us yes, know that we are still holding you in the Sirian healing chamber. We will begin now to work on a crystalline and cellular level to heal these wounds or these tears. Wonderful. And at this time now, bringing your awareness into where you feel yourself intuitively anchored in to the scarcity grid, and consciously choosing at this time to unplug yourself, de-anchor yourself, removing yourself from this grid as we assist you in this unplugging and clearing any energies associated with the scarcity grid that live in you. Wonderful. And as you feel that disconnection, intend now us to be plugged into the grids of abundance. As we anchor you in now into the abundance grids on earth, allow yourself to breathe into and feel into the experience of being in this new abundance grid, being in this new joy grid. For many of you, you have been living for many years, if not most of your life, feeding into, looping, and receiving from the fear and scarcity grids. At first, there is a period of restabilization into the new grids. During this time, you might find yourself falling back into old thinking, saying to yourself, I am not enough, therefore, or I'm not safe to be myself, to share my truth. When you identify or hear yourself say these things, remember that you are no longer plugged into that grid, and tune into that new grid that you live in. Remind yourself that you are love. You are here to experience joy. You are here to enjoy the human experience as well as to learn and to serve. It is your birthright to experience joy. You are enough. You have always been enough. And you are worthy right now as you are of being abundant. We thank you for allowing us to work with you today in supporting humanity. We return back your etheric bodies, connecting them back into you and your reality here. You may experience some integration symptoms from the healing processes over the next few days. From our hearts to yours, we thank you, we love you, and we wish you well. Goodbye. Hello, beautiful souls. Oh, that's beautiful. I love doing this work. Literally buzzing at my heart, just feels burst open. Wow. Oh. The Sirian Council of Light, there's such a beautiful group of beings and they're in such divine service of humanity. We're so lucky to get to experience them in this way. Oh, thank you, beautiful souls. I'm so happy to hear how it was landing for you. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, beautiful souls. Remember, this work, it's not just me. You know, this is work that you can learn, and we have many trance channels that learn the skill in Channeling Spirit Academy. So it's not just me, I'm not unique. This is absolutely a skill like any other that you can learn. Sending so much love, blessings, beautiful souls. So my loves, Channeling Spirit Academy doors are open. I'm so excited to bring to you
this new upgraded version of what this course over the past few years has become. As you know, we've spent the last 6 months working on creating this new next level that we have now. I spent so much time filming all the content professionally, updating the content, adding new modules, channeling on it. We've built out so much, and I'm so proud of what we have and so excited to share it with you. In this program, you'll learn to channel your spirit guides, angels, your higher self, ancestors, crystal divas, star beings, and so much more. You'll learn to light language channel, trance channel, automatic ride, indirect channel. There are so many modules. There is no other program that is as comprehensive as Channeling Spirit Academy. It is the only course of its kind. This is the signature channeling course. No spiritual development course, psychic development course has gotten results like this course. Take a moment, go on the website, scroll through the testimonials, book a session with one of the Channeling Spirit Academy graduates, go for it. We have so many amazing results from this program. And in this program, you're not only going to learn to channel, you're going to go through a personal transformation and be supported to also start your own business as a channeler if that's something that appeals to you, or incorporate it into your own healing or coaching business. I'm very confident to say that Channeling Spirit Academy is the best channeling course out there. Like we get such insane results with the students that come through. Honestly, this is because of 3 parts. You know, we don't just go, okay, here's the steps, here's how you do it, let's do some practices, okay, off you go. So I actually have a proper system. I have my signature system, the Ray method, which actually takes you through a system for channeling. It actually shows you how to shift your energy, access the quantum, connect to higher dimension, protect, clear, and expand your energetic capacity to receive divine information. Channeling is not just close your eyes and call in a guide and start talking, right? If you're listening to this and you've been trying to channel and you're doing that, you're probably not getting much. There's an actual method to it. Even though it's a spiritual practice, there is a method to it. The second thing we do that's really powerful is we do energy activation. So most people have really dormant higher chakras, higher energy systems, and we work on activating these higher energy systems. So accessing high frequencies and energies is much easier. You need to be able to expand your energy to receive, and we do this by actually opening it up and activating your energy system. And the third thing we do is energy healing. So many of us have wounds, traumas, fears, limiting beliefs that block our key psychic centers. So in Channeling Spirit Academy, we support you to clear any blocks, fears, past life and life wounds that are stopping you from accessing your psychic ability. You also get an insane amount of support. You get practice sessions where you can pair up, get guided in channeling sessions. Actually, during Channeling Spirit Academy, you end up receiving so many channeling sessions from the other participants. With the coaching calls, you can share what's been happening, get help, get guidance, ask any questions you may have. There's also energy sessions with me where I support you in clearing blockages, supporting you, doing energy work with you, whatever you need to actually help support you. There's also monthly trance channeling sessions where I'll actually go ahead and channel beings so you can continue to receive their support, their divine information, their guidance, and their activations. Channeling Spirit Academy is not a DIY, figure it out on your own type of program. It is a high-touch mentorship. It's been running for years. It's designed to get you amazing results, and the previous results speak for themselves. If you're ready to start channeling your guides, actually know who's working with you, be able to sit, talk with them, get guidance about your life, about what you need to be doing, get clarity on your soul purpose, understand why you're here, what you're doing, channel your offerings. In this episode today, we spoke about the graduates who are channeling their business offerings, so channeling their marketing strategy. We have another episode of Light Leaders where we interview some of the graduates who are channeling land spirits and clearing land. That's their work now. We interviewed a graduate who is channeling flower essences and herbs as part of her healing work with her clients. We interviewed a graduate who is channeling light language artworks and selling those. That's part of her work here. So there are so many pathways you can take from this course, and it's really designed to support you in stepping into your own soul gifts. So I'd love to invite you to join us. You know where to find me. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions. If you're not sure if it's right for you, just go ahead, send me a message on Instagram.
You can, if you click on the info section of this podcast, you'll find the link there. And you can also just click on the link for the Channeling Spirit Academy website, read through the testimonials, read through what the actual syllabus is. And I'm so looking forward to connecting with you. Sending so much love to you. Blessings.